Shalom, shalom. We want to say all praises be to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone and well. Shalom to the sincere brethren. I came out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. I'm proclaiming the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his wicked empire. So this video is going to be entitled, based on the scripture in Matthew 20th chapter, the first shall be last and the last first. Because what all the happenings that happen in society, that's happening right now in the world, it's really the changing of the guard ultimately, which is basically Esau, Edom, specifically the elites of Esau, Edom, being brought down, and the Israelites, starting with the elect, being brought back up into power, man. You understand? And we're seeing the downfall of this world as we speak. And we're seeing different precursors, like what's going on with that wildfire over there in California. A lot of you rich Edomites got jacked up, man. You got burned down to the ground with that wildfire, man. Your houses, your $1 million houses, so on and so forth. Your beachfront properties got jacked up. And that's basically a precursor of what the Lord is going to do onto the nation of Edom, starting with the elites. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 20, verse 16. So actually I said it the back way to start the video. The last shall be first, and the first last. So the Matthew chapter 20, verse 16, so the last shall be first, and the first last. Read that again. So the last shall be first. Who's last in the society? The last are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You on the bottom of society. You catching hell first, last hired, first fired. You understand? You're in the ghettos and the slums of America catching hell. You're in the favelas of Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, getting jacked up, living in a jacked up state, man. In Haiti, jacked all the way up. You don't know who you are, bugged out. But that's why the Lord sent the prophets back. He raised up the men of the Lord to teach you, man, to be ambassadors of His name and His way onto you people, man. But we understand only the elect is going to get it, and 2/3 of you, you're going to perish by the way. You're going to perish with Esau, Edom, because there was a lot of Jakes that also got jacked up in those wildfires too. Because what? They're serving not the Lord. They don't know they don't know that that's the judgment of the Lord. But guess what? They're probably recognizing it now. And the judgment of the Lord is going to be recognized through and through in these last days and times. The judgment of the Lord will be recognized as the judgment of the Lord in these last days and times, without a shadow of the doubt, of a doubt. Matthew chapter 20, verse 16. So the last shall be first, and the first last. For many be called, but few chosen. So many be called, so many men, many people hear this word, many Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, hear this word. Ultimately, the elect is going to hear it, embrace it, and live it. And that's what we seek to do. The hopeful elect, we embrace it, we hear it, we live it. And we understand, like, yo, the hell that's supposed to come upon this earth, man, without the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you're going to be bugged out. You're not going to know what the hell is going on. But we understand what's going on. We understand that this is the fall of Esau, Edom, or the so-called white man. And we're happy for it. But we understand, yo, for him to fall, some real dreadful times are going to come upon the earth. We're going to be greatly tested. And that's how the Lord is going to know who's really rocking with him. How do you really know a friend? Not when you have it all, not when you're living it up, not when everything is good. You really know a friend, you really know a brother. And for us in relation to the Lord, you really know a true servant, a true soldier, when shit is life and death. Scriptures tell you, which applies to Yahweh Shai, no greater love or deed it is for a brother for a man to lay down his life for a friend, something to that effect. Briefly paraphrasing. And that's exactly what Yahushua did for the entire nation, starting with the elect. So Yahushua showed the greatest love, laying down his life for the Israelites. So this is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 2. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein thou loved us. Kind of, that's Jake. Jake talking shit against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for being in a jacked up position. But the reason why you're in a jacked up position is because you made a covenant going back to the time of Moses, Joshua, and you broke it, man. And you broke it. And even Joshua told you, Jake, you Israelites, you can't serve the Lord. But he said, nah, we're gonna do it. He's like, all right, yo, hey, the blood is upon you, man. Your own blood is upon you. And exactly what happened to Jake. And then Jake ended up getting jacked up in these different captivities and wanted to complain on to this day. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, a lot of them don't want to hear nothing but the scriptures. They don't want to hear nothing about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because what? They've been totally compromised. They've been totally defeated. They've been totally disenchanted. But guess what? That's just their luck. And it is what it is. Hopefully that we can understand we fucked up, we messed up, and we're going to try to get back in good graces with the Lord by serving Him in truth and in sincerity, man. You understand? That's why we do what we do. We push these videos out. We do our best to serve the Lord. Live a righteous life. As we understand, we have to do everything in our power to get back right with Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. So this is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 2. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein thou hast loved us. Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. So the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, loved Jacob and hate Esau. Which Esau being the so-called white man, Jacob being the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage ways for the dragons of the wilderness. Going back to the Dark Ages when Esau Edom was pushed into the caves of Europe, the Caucasus Mountains of Europe. The apostles kind of went into this. They called Esau the wild man. Something like the wild man, yeah. In medieval times. Basically what you know as the caveman. That's what Esau is. He's a wild man, he's a caveman, man. He's a beast man. But guess what? The Lord brought him up, man. You understand? The Lord brought him up, but the Lord gonna bring his ass right back down the same way, man. And like I said, these wildfires, these different happenings in the earth is precursors, is foreshadowing of the Lord wiping this place out, man. Taking Esau Edom out of power. From riches to rags. From penthouses and mansions to pits. To pits and shitholes, man. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus say the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw it down. And that's exactly what the Lord did over there in the West Coast. They built up all them different mansions, beach houses, so on and so forth, and Native American land, and indigenous Mexican land. You know what I mean? Through rape, robbery, and murder. And the Lord burned it down, man. He threw it down, man. He burned it down to the ground, man. Those different high-end neighborhoods over there on the West Coast burned down to the motherfucking ground, man. I wish I was out there. I would be driving through that, driving there, just looking at Esau like, damn, Esau got fucked up. Even you Jakes, you got fucked up too, man. But that's because you're not right. And even if our brother was to get jacked up, he ultimately understands the Lord is going to be with him through thick and thin. Just have to keep the fit. But the focus is Esau, Edom. These rich Edomites got jacked up, and it's a beautiful thing, man. Because you're not right, man. And you're the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And that's the judgment of the Lord for all the bloodshed that was spilled over there in the land of California, man. From the indigenous Mexican to the indigenous Native American tribes out there. Whereas Edom say we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. They shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call in the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever come. So it's a righteous judgment what happened over there in the West Coast, and it's just a beginning of what's to come. Beginning of the end of Esau, Edom's rulership. This is the book of Malachi chapter 4 verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and ultimately space is going to be taken out in thermonuclear destruction from those ICBM missiles shot off from China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, so on and so forth, India, Pakistan, all those nations that bend the bow. They're going to shoot that bow against America in this third world war that is fastly and quickly approaching. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all of the wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Come. So Esau, Edom's rulership is going to be totally wiped out. Because you can cut off all the branches of a tree, but they have a root, because grow back, man. But ain't no growing back for Esau, Edom's rulership. This is it. This is it. The last shall be first, and the first last. This is it for Esau, Edom rulership. In this third world war and the return of Yahweh Shai, that's a wrap for Esau, Edom's rulership. His time is accomplished. The rulership of the Gentiles is accomplished. And that's the season and seasons that we're living in. Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 9. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? So what shall be the end of the different rulership of the Gentiles, the heathens ruling up over us, and the beginning of the eternal Israelite kingdom under Yahweh Shai? Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob handheld first the heel of Esau. So Jacob, during the birth process, Esau came out first, but Jacob held the heel, meaning that what? Jacob was going to be the one to take Esau out of power. Chiefly starting with Yahweh Shai. For Esau, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob handheld first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So there you have it, man. Because Esau was first out, so the first, he going to be last, man. And the last, Jacob came out last, shall be first. And that's a beautiful thing, man. We coming up, man. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, starting with elect, we coming up. And Esau, Edom is going down. I always like to say this, when you deal with mathematics, Jacob and Esau, the so-called black man and so-called white man, are inversely proportional. Meaning that when one is on top, the other has to be on the bottom. And when the other on the bottom, the other one has to be on top. So in order for the so-called black man to rise, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man to rise, you want to know the answer to the equation? It has to be what? The downfall of Esau, Edom. Because we are inversely proportional, man. You understand? We can't have parallel rulerships with Esau, Edom. Righteousness has no fellowship with unrighteousness. And Esau, Edom is the unrighteous. It's an unrighteous seed line. And Jacob is a righteous seed line. So in order for that to be corrected, Jacob has to rise to the top. Esau, Edom have to descend to the bottom. The bottom of the bottom like that. Hey, so with that, I want to say all praises be to Abanawa Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of great millstone rule well. And shalom to the elect. Kwame Yasha Allah. Kwame Yasha Allah. Abad Babali.